Man, do you hear that? Look at here. They're coming. They're coming. We're going to have a party. I'm talking good on barbecue. Hey guys, this episode of the Old Boy Podcast is one of my favorites. We've got Brennan Ward coming in, MMA fighter. He's getting ready for a PFL tournament that is kicking off this weekend. And I'll tell you what, we talk a little bit of fighting, but we also talk a whole lot of life. We talk about his blue-collar job. We talk about his struggle and recovery from addiction. And then we talk about when you come out of that hole, what do you do with your career? Not just the blue-collar career, but what do you do with your fight career? I will tell you what, I don't think you want to miss this one. I hope you enjoy. So, Brennan, man, appreciate you coming on with us. How you doing today?
Good, man. Good. Thanks for having me, brother.
Absolutely. And you know, we're talking to you. You know, you've got a big fight coming up this weekend, PFL. Talk to us a little bit about that before we kind of get into a little bit of your background.
Yeah, I was at work about a month ago, and you know, with the whole Bellator changing hands to PFL, I was on my manager. I'm like, yo, get me a fight. You know, let's get a fight, or let's get the fuck out of this contract. You know, because like you said, I've been with Bellator for so long. I really honestly didn't even want to fight for the PFL, but they bought us and took my contract. So about a month ago, they were like, yo, jump in this tournament. So fuck it, let's go. You know what I mean?
Hey, if we got the contract, we got the opportunity. Don't let nothing get in the way, right? Yeah. Let's do it.
No, that's it, exactly.
Well, and I love that tournament style too. And I just had Tim Johnson on last week, you know, another Bellator guy, and he was kind of explaining a bit too, where he kind of got caught up in that. His contract came up right when Bellator knew they were in the middle of the acquisition, right? So he didn't get renewed. So, you know, he was actually down here in Lakeland fighting in another organization, XFC. And I think that's sometimes what people don't realize is, you know, you guys are at the mercy of so many damn things, whether it be what's happening with the company you're fighting in, you know, what sanctioning bodies want to do or say, you know, like it's there's so much shit thrown at y'all along with training and trying to get ready for a fight.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. You know, and I don't know, with the whole acquisition, we everyone was in the dark, you know, so no one really knew exactly what was going on. So.
Well, and that's the hard part too, is because you feel like when you got a contract with somebody, like you're part of the organization, right? So to get blindsided, like,
dude.
And think about all the other families it impacts, not just, you know, trying to keep a company afloat or doing the right thing for, you know, a small amount of shareholders.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. And like, dude, I signed with Bellator in like 2012. You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
OG.
And I never went anywhere else. I never wanted to. I fucking love Bellator, dude. I was on like my fifth or sixth contract with them. You know what I'm saying?
Answer this for me. Why did you like them so much? Like, what was it about what that organization did?
Man, where do I start? Dude, it was like, I mean, you know, for guys like me who got their start with Bellator and never went anywhere else, never wanted to like test the other promotions out or whatever, you know, we were loyal to them and they were loyal to us, dude. And we got a lot of, you know, I reaped the benefits of that as far as like opponents, like when I wanted to fight, where I wanted to fight, what like caliber of opponent I wanted to fight, like, dude, everything. Like, fuck, man, they would call my manager. They're like, hey, you know, does he want to fight, you know, in June? And my manager would be like, hey, do you want to fight in June? I'd be like, well, I mean, we're on a big job right now, so if I do fight in June, can I fight someone who fucking sucks? And my manager would be like, yeah, I'm serious, dude, you know?
You're like, my camp's going to be building fucking docks, bro, so I
yeah, exactly. And they'd be like, oh, yeah, like, I might not get as paid as much, but they would put a PUD. They would give me a fucking cab driver if I wanted one, you know? Yep. And then if I wanted to fight a stud, I'd fight a stud. It was great, dude. It was fucking great. Well, it's all good, man.
Well, when you put it like that, I mean, I can see how you fall in love with that because that's truly a partnership, right? Like,
oh, man.
They're protecting their investment.
It was a partnership. Yeah, yes. And it was like, dude, it was just easy. It was home, dude. It was like a mom and pop type organization. You know what I'm saying? So.
That warm blanket on a cold night, old boy. I know what you mean.
That's it, bro.
So, in talking about that, like, you had numerous contracts with him. Did UFC or any of the other, sanctioning bodies reach out or not sanctioning bodies, sorry, organizations reach out to talk about?
There was times I could have jumped over. There was times I could have left, I could have got into the UFC. So Bellator leased me out to Ryzen over in Japan one time, but I was still technically fighting for Bellator just over at Ryzen. But honestly, man, I never even explored any options because I had it so good.
Well,
I had it so good.
And for me, that speaks volumes to your loyalty. You know what I mean? Because I feel like so many guys, when they get in this game, they feel like it's UFC or bust, right?
Oh, for 100%, yeah.
And I feel
100%.
like your outlook on it was, I'm going to be a pro fighter. And I'm doing it at a place that feels like home, that I fucking love. These guys work with me. I don't give a shit if I go work for Dana. I'm comfortable doing this. I'm getting paid what I should get paid, and everything works out. And I think that speaks volumes about you and your character.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. And they always took care of me, dude. I got paid pretty well, and that's pretty much the bottom line. I got paid well. I still got good fights. We fight at Mohegan Sun a lot, which is in my fucking backyard. So the place would be I'd sell that place out, dude.
Yeah.
I fought guys at Mohegan Sun that after the fight, and they're like, dude, I've never, ever experienced it. I mean, dude, fucking the place would erupt with booze. Fuck you, you fucking suck, bitch. And I'd be in the back, because I come out second.
Yep.
And I'd hear, dude, I'd be in the red corner, the blue corner fight. I remember this one dude, a really good guy, man. His name's Syed Awad, man. We fought in my hometown at Mohegan, and this fucking place booed him so fucking bad, dude. And I was in the back, oh, you fucking poor guy, dude. But it's all good, man. It's all good. I've been booed plenty of fucking times.
Oh.
Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? It's all good.
But when you're hearing that in the back and you're starting to walk out, getting ready for your walkout music to hit, that's got to take your shit to another level, though, bro.
Oh, dude, yeah, dude, in the place, I mean, you could feel it. The place would shake. It would shake, man. It would fucking shake, dude. And I will miss that. I'll miss fighting at Mohegan Sun. It's all good though, dude. Maybe I'll be back there. Down the line, we'll see.
Absolutely. It kind of reminds me. Tim was telling me a story last week about when he went over to fight Fedor in Russia. But he was on the other end of that shit. You know what I mean? I'm like,
oh, fuck yeah.
Dude, that had to be like Rocky IV. You know what I mean? And he's like,
yeah, dude.
He's like, dude, and I'm sitting there in that ring, and they've called me everything in Russian that I'm pretty sure is not flattering. Oh. He's like, and then I hear Putin's supposed to be there, and he's like,
yeah.
He's like, dude, if I beat Fedor, am I getting out of this fucking country? Dude, that's real.
That's real, dude. Dude, Fedor, he's royalty. Dude, I don't even gotta say, he's royalty over there.
Yeah.
Fucking royalty, man.
Yeah, that was just wild. What was your experience going over there, that one fight with Ryzen? What did you think about fighting in Japan? Obviously different, but
it was awesome.
Going to another country.
Yeah, it was fun, man. It was fun. Fedor was the main event on that card.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. He's huge worldwide, dude.
Yeah.
He's a fucking, I mean, that whole fighting culture the fighting culture in Japan is, it's big, man. It's fucking big. They're following us around like fucking superstars, Well, I would definitely go back there.
Well, and I was that guy, growing up, I'm about 10, 12 years your senior. But growing up for me, you had the early days of UFC, but man, when Pride started coming on TV, dude, I loved that because you had guys that looked like me, but then you'd have dudes that just brawled, but then you would have technicians. To me, Pride and the way, like you said, the Japanese are so rabid about combat sports and mixed martial arts and not just what we consider MMA, but they get into the grappling and all that shit, man. They love combat sports.
Yeah, it's sick. It's awesome over there. It's awesome. When I was trying to get when this acquisition happened, and I was we didn't know what the fuck was going on. Nobody did. We didn't know who PFL was going to take. And who they weren't going to take. I said, dude, let's go to Riot. Because I really didn't. There was a brief period where I was I might want to go to the UFC, You know what I'm saying? Just because, PFL, like my main sponsor is Monster, and and PFL has a different. So like I'm not allowed to wear any of the Monster shit in the cage, and I've been with Monster. I signed with them in 2016, and then when I got in all that trouble, I took, everyone got rid of me, but then I'm back with Monster. So like I that's another brand I'm super loyal to, like I was with Bellator. So I wanted to maybe go back to Japan. I loved it over there. One FC, Ryzen, one of those.
Yep. No, that's and that's interesting too. Like and it is one of those things too. Like being in a world myself, like in the barbecue world, where you do have sponsors and this and that. Like the guys that took a bet on me early on, man, I try to stay loyal to all the way through, because it just makes sense. It's just the right thing to do. It's just the way to run your business.
Right thing, man. It's the right thing to do. Yep.
So one thing I noticed in researching, getting ready for this conversation, was you're a Connecticut boy. Obviously we know from talking about Mohegan Sun, and part of the world I'd never seen him much of in my life. But the last 7 or 8 years, with the company I work for, I've kind of became the official pet master of the Dan Patrick Show, which actually airs out of Milford. And dude, Connecticut's a cool ass state. Like it's gorgeous. Like looking at the background where you're at now, like it's an area that and for you coming up in wrestling, what was the wrestling culture like in Connecticut?
So Connecticut, like you said, is beautiful, dude. Especially down on Milford, like you're down on the coast there. You know what I'm saying? Like coastal Connecticut is beautiful, man. And the wrestling scene, we're nestled right in between. New York is a huge wrestling state. New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Ohio. So we're in that Northeast, in the tri-state with some wrestling's good, and it's getting that. Like now Rhode Island is super tough in wrestling. So. It's good, man. And we traveled a lot. I had a tight group of guys growing up wrestling that we traveled a lot, man. Our travel teams were sick. We had good coaches. I wrestled for a guy named John Knapp. He's out in California coaching now, but dude, and thinking back, man, he was fucking, cause we were like early teens. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, and he was in his late 20s, dude. So he was like, just getting started on the club scene, just mobbing around the country with us fucking crazy ass kids. And thinking back, I'm like, oh fuck, I'm 35, I'm almost 36. I'm like, I couldn't imagine doing what he did, but like in my late 20s with like fucking 20 psychotic teenagers. So it was good, man. I had a really good experience with him growing up wrestling. So.
That is awesome. And there, there's something, and I've talked to a couple other fighters. I mean, there's something I just always respect about amateur wrestling. And that's just, man, it's one-on-one. You go out there, you get stuck. It's on you, man. You whether you got caught, whether you just got straight up got your ass whipped. You know what I mean? It's not like, I played baseball growing up, and the second baseman boots it, and the win and run scores and blows your save. Like, well, shit, that's it's not nothing I can do about that. But there was something. I wrestled a bit, and there was just something about wrestling that I just really enjoyed. That man on man.
A lot of hard lessons, dude.
Yes.
A lot of hard lessons, man.
Well, and the thing is, like, you either got to be just honest with yourself and just go, man, this is what happened. Because I feel like if you don't, you're never going to get any better, and you're going to start having that outcome more than you want.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, dude. It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
It's, and wrestlers are a lot of us are kind of fucked up dudes. Like guys who wrestle the whole way through college and all that shit. They're fucking lunatics. You know what I mean?
I hate to keep pulling the analogies between my discussion with Tim and you, but he said something real similar, old boy. He's like, dude, to do what we do, we're just not completely wired right. There's a certain amount of crazy.
I know Tim. I know Tim, dude. He knows what's up, man. I haven't talked to him too much, but I know who he is. I've seen him like coming and going. Yeah. You know what I mean? And he gets it, dude.
That's funny.
And my girl, she's like, holy fuck, you guys are all fucking crazy. I'm like, yeah, like you either got, the real top level wrestlers, you're either fucking psychotic, dude, or you're like a fucking square, straight edge. Like, there's really no gray area.
Yeah.
You gotta be completely fucking shot, or you're like a really squared off. You know what I'm saying? So,
no, I totally get it. So did you start wrestling like as a kid? Were you doing like, youth wrestling and that kind of stuff? So like you didn't know any different?
Yeah, all that. Nope. It's just what it was, man. I wrestled my whole life.
And then you signed, like, you were still in college when you signed with Bellator, weren't you?
Yeah, so I had used up my wrestling eligibility, and like, dude, and like my mom really wanted me to go to college. You know, like my dad's in the trade unions, like every other man in my family. You know what I'm saying? And my dad's 10 years or so older than my mom, and my dad was a lot like me. And he's like, all right, Lee, you want me to go to college? Fucking send him to college. And he knew where I was gonna fucking end up. You know what I'm saying, dude? Right? Fucking, he knew I was gonna be swinging a hammer, bro. He fucking knew it. Like, let's not delay the inevitable here, Lee. But anyway, no, I fucking no, yeah. So I went to school, and yeah, and so.
So when did,
I don't know, dude.
Because I know also parallel to your fighting career, you've got some time in the trades yourself. I mean, to me, like when it comes down to like blue collar shit, like what I look at what you do is pretty damn cool. I mean, pile driving, cranes.
Dude, I live that. Oh, I live that.
Dude,
shit,
talk to me about that. How do you get into that line of work? And dude, it's got to be fulfilling.
Yeah, I love it, dude. It's like I was telling, it's like I'm pretty open about it. So like athletics to me, and I hate to kind of sound, dude, I'm an athlete. So like sports, everything, not that it came easy to me, but it came naturally to me. Like fighting came natural. Like, dude, I was doing fucking hard drugs my whole like fighting career until this last run. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't train. I barely trained fucking in college wrestling, dude. Like football, but dude, skateboarding, surfing, snowboarding, dude. I was just like naturally good. But like with the trades, dude, like nobody is naturally good. You can be, inclined. You can be inclined to it, but you still have to be taught. You still have to get so many reps in. So I take so much pride in being good at what I do, and with the Carpenters Union, because we're in the Carpenters Union. We're in our, we're pile driver dock builders, but dude, I had to work my fucking ass off to get to where I got. And it's way harder than I ever worked fighting. Way fucking harder than I ever worked fighting to get where I got to with the union, man. And we're in a trade, dude. Everything we do is fucking heavy duty and can fucking kill you, dude. Just our rigging alone, just like my spreaders, my 30-foot fucking spreaders, dude. They're heavy. Everything's heavy and gnarly, dude. And I love it, man. And when I'm training for a fight and I'm not working, I fucking miss it. But I love it. I just talked to my fucking boss earlier today, and I said, yo, and he's like, when you coming back, motherfucker? I'm like, yo, I'll be back after this fight.
Proud sponsor of the show, Trollco Clothing. Love what the brand's about. It's all about supporting that blue-collar worker. You know them for their trademark shirt and hat, dirty hands, clean money. It's not just a slogan. It is a lifestyle. Go visit trollcoclothing.com and use my discount code, OldBoyPodcast, for 15% off.
I love it, dude. I love that shit.
That's awesome, though, that, like, it's almost your outlet. You know what I mean? Which is so weird. You know what I mean? But
yeah, dude, it's freeing for me, man. It's fucking freeing because like there's so much pressure to fight, and there's so much like this expectation. There's so much expectation that like I put a lot of pressure on myself.
Sure.
I'm like, all right, everyone expects me to win. They expect me to perform and this and that. And it's like, and at this point, dude, I'm gonna be honest, it's a fucking cash grab. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be 36 years old. I was never like in love with this sport in the fucking first place. Dude, I was in college. Oh, I got sidetracked. Your last question. Yeah, I signed when I was in college because I was done wrestling and I needed a job. And I was like, oh, you know what? I can just turn pro in MMA and make $1,700 next week. All right, let me fight. Boom, $1,700. Dude, I fought like 3 weeks later, like $2,200.
Keep lining me up, boys. I'll keep cashing checks.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Dude, I'm like going back to my fucking college classes with fucking black eyes and shit. Dude, I was still in college when I signed with Bellator. You know what I'm saying? And like fought at the Ryan Center. Dude, went back to college. I made $6,000. I was like, fuck. And that's a lot of money to a blue collar kid growing up, dude. My mom was a teacher. My dad was a union boilermaker. You know what I'm saying? Like we weren't poor by any means, but we weren't rich. And $6,000 to a fucking 22-year-old, I was like, yo, this is it. So I got into it for the money, and everybody else at my level, dude, they love this shit. Eat, sleep, and breathe this, bro. I have a fucking blue collar fucking job. I got a fucking family, so it's a lot of pressure on me. Like, fuck, I gotta perform at the level with the rest of these guys. Where my union job. dude, I'm with a bunch of other crazy motherfuckers like me. Dude, we're doing gnarly ass fucking shit all day. It's freeing, dude. And I don't know, man. It's great. I love it. I fucking love it.
No, that's cool, and it's almost like, sitting here listening to you talk about it. When you talk about fighting, it's like you said that there's money there to be made. You've got a girl and a daughter to take care of.
Yeah.
But and you do put a lot of pressure on yourself because you want that runway to be as long as it can, right? Like
sure,
with this PFL tournament coming up, like, yeah, dude, you want to go, you want to go fucking win, because boom, that's taking you to the next level. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, dude. And and these companies, like whatever reason I'm doing it for, I'm still here and I'm still fighting at this high ass level.
Yes.
And they're like, hey, you need to perform. Motherfucker, we don't care why you're doing it. Great. Do it for a paycheck. Fucking do it because you want to fucking smell the other fucking dude's armpits when you're out there fighting his balls. We don't fucking care. But you have to win. You have to look good and you have to fucking win.
Yeah.
So, dude, it's a tough sport, man. And it's, the mental side of it, fuck, man. I'll fight any motherfucker I ever fought in the cage. I'll fight him here in my front yard, beat the fucking shit out of him. It ain't about the fighting part. It's about like the mentality and like the pressure. That's what always kind of fucked with me, So.
Well, and I can see that too, and I think it's one of those things, like, you can mentally prepare as much as you want to, but if you're not in the right headspace when that bell rings, all that goes out the fucking window. Am I kind of right there?
Yeah, 100%, dude. And I was always like the kind of fighter, dude, where if I knew I did the work, if I did as much as I could do, like for this fight. So I took, not that I took this fight on short notice, but I found out about 5 weeks ago that I was going to fight in this tournament, and I've trained as hard as I could possibly train for this fight. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be in the back locker room, and I'll be like, you know what, dude? I left no stone unturned. So I'm going to be in a really good headspace in that back locker room, saying, yo, I did the fucking work. I deserve to win this fight, and I'm gonna fucking thrash this kid. You look at me and this kid on paper, dude. I'm probably gonna fucking break this kid's back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I've been in the back locker room, like, dude, I was doing dope last week. Motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, dude. Like, that doesn't give you a lot of confidence when you know that you've been getting high all camp and drinking and fucking smoking, dude, and. Fuck, you still got a pack of fucking Newports or in my gym bag. It's like, fuck, dude. Your confidence level is not the highest.
No. And probably all you're thinking of is, when's this shit going to get over so I can go drink some more and finish off that pack of...
Yeah, exactly.
But speaking of that, with you bringing it up a little bit, I don't want this to run the conversation or discussion, but I know, you mentioned, having experience with hard drugs, using a lot, during your early in your career. Is that something you just kind of grew up with, kind of the group you hung around, and just was something that came around at an early age? Where did that kind of, addiction or codependency come from?
I mean, dude, we are in my town, dude. I come from a drinking town. Like my town is known for drinking, man. And
get off work, go to the bar, see the boys.
Fuck yeah, dude. Yep. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. And even, dude, high school, man. Like, we partied, dude. We partied in fucking high school, and we all had dude. I had a tight group of fucking boys. We did everything together. We played sports together, dude. We fucking worked together. We all worked at the same boat marina. Like, dude, and I'll never forget it, dude. So one night, it was like the middle of the week, too. It was like a Thursday. I was like, fuck it. I had a little itch, dude. I had beer. Dude, I had an 18-pack of fucking beers. I had an eighth of weed, and I had like a fucking half an 8-ball of Coke in high school, on a Thursday night or something. And I rode my bike.
You rocking like that in high school, dude. You were the guy to hang with. Jesus.
We were animals. We were fucking animals, dude. That's why, like, I look at kids now, and like, I got cousins that are in high school. You know what I'm saying? So like, I kind of look at them now. I'm like, I wonder if kids are doing now like what we used to fucking do. Yeah. Anyways, I rode my bike that night down to the marina where I fucking worked at, and there was some older fishermen partying down at what we call the South Piers, where we used to drop the boats in and tie them up for the customers. And these guys and I started busting out all my shit. And these kids, I was 15 years old, dude. These dudes were like, yo, you're 15 going on 30. And that always stuck with me. I was like, maybe we are kind of different than other kids, but Chad, that's how I came up. That's how I partied like that from the jump, dude. From the fucking jump.
That's heavy.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And as you moved on, was that still kind of your thing? Was it more coke, weed? Did anything else get mixed in? Because I feel like if you're starting there at 15, you're always chasing that next bigger high, right?
Yeah. Once I found the opiates, it was a wrap. Oh. Once I found the oxys and the Percocet, dude, it was those put the hooks in me, and it was done, dude. It was done. I was on a wild ride. Years.
Yeah, and that one, I mean, and I feel like opioids is the one that doesn't get talked about nearly as much as it should. Like, I feel like guys that party hard can use it, but I feel like also like a lot of closet folks use it. You know what I mean? And I only ever had one or two experiences with it. And I remember back in college, freshman year, playing baseball, one of our pitcher ended up wet day, slips, tears his Achilles. And so he's laid up in our scholarship homes, right? So we get back, and he's got, Doc had given him like a huge bottle of Oxy. And so we come back one day after practice, and our boy's sitting there, and he's like, and he's out of his mind. We're like, dude, what'd you do? He's like, well, I took 2 of these, but then I had like 3 beers. And so all the lights go off in our head, and we're like, well, shit, we're broke-ass college students. You're telling me we can just take one of these and then go to the bar and we really don't have a bar bill? You know what I mean? But the way that shit made you feel, I know for me, I was like, I've got an addictive personality. If I do this more than 2 or 3 times, I'm going to be in trouble.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's how they are, man. Unfortunately, that's just how it is, dude. They're so good that they're bad.
Yeah, no, I totally understand. So, but you're winning, you're fighting. Like, can your manager and agent and training partners, like, can they see it, or was it just something you were good at hiding?
Dude, no, dude, my whole team, not my whole team, but like there was a couple of us that were getting. So the worst fucking year, the worst thing that happened to me was 2015, because I went 4-0 in 2015, getting fucked up the whole fucking year. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And me and my 2 boys who traveled, dude, not everybody in my circle, not everybody in my camp was, but some of my real close boys were. And everyone kind of knew what was going on, but we were doing good. Dude, and we were fucking out of control. So there was no telling us no anyways. It's like, look, he's knocking dudes out and he's fucking raging. Like, dude, and it was a year I was 27. And so we used to like this kid's going to, I was like seconds away from that 27s club that everyone talks about, dude. Yep. Like, that was something about that year of being 27 years old, dude. I thought I was fucking invincible, man. Fucking invincible. And I'm fucking using, and I'm fighting, and I'm winning, and I'm using, fighting, winning, using, fighting, winning. Like, and it was just, dude. And then all of a sudden, man, fucking, I got arrested again, and it was bad, dude. And the secret was out, So.
And was that, would you say that the arrest was the first wake up call, or was it more like annoying, like fuck, or was it like shit, I got to do something?
Oh, dude, I was getting arrested. I was getting arrested already way before that. I was getting arrested like a couple times a year since I was in college. You know what I'm saying?
Just fighting stupid shit.
Yeah, always stupid shit. Like running, like a lot of. Dude, my buddy actually, last year, he got some app where he could find my whole criminal record, and he's screen recording, and he's scrolling, dude. And I was like, oh my god. I'm like, holy shit, I forgot about that. Dude, there was, it was because I was always I drank a lot, man. Before the opiates, so the opiates really got bad. Like, hey, what's up, babe? Hey, honey. Hold on one second. I'm doing an interview. You want to say hi? Hey. Go back inside and see mommy, all right? Yeah, so so the booze. So I was a drinker. Like I said, we're from a drinking town. So
like hard alcohol? What was your poison?
Yeah, hard alcohol, beers, dude, just shots and beers. So a lot of it was like fucking, like drunk, not drunk in public, not like it was like disorderlies, and then the cops would show up and we'd like, fuck you to the cops, and like resisting arrest, just all kinds of shit like that, So And when I got arrested, I was on probation. I was on probation forever. And then when I finally fought the cops and got real jammed up, I was on probation, and that's why I ended up having to do a little bit of jail time. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, and then when I got out of jail, I was still using, and it got real fucking bad. When I quit Bellator, I quit like in 2018. I was like, I'm fucking done. And just because my habit was just so fucking, my habit was so bad.
And at that point, do you feel like it had just consumed your life?
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I had just like, I was like, this is it for me. I was like, I'm just a fucking drug addict now. You know, I had no fight, dude. I couldn't get, I was banned from Bellator. They were like, they didn't want nothing to do with me, bro. Like nothing. Like, I'd get clean for like a month or two, and I'd like to my manager, I'd be like, I'm ready to go, man. And they'd be like, oh yeah, okay, dude. And I'd be like, give me a fight. And they'd be like, babe, they don't want to touch you, bro. They don't want to fucking touch you. And I was like, all right, fuck it. And at that point, dude, I was working crazy fucking hours, man. I was on a job we were working 612s, dude. We were working 612s. That was my older daughter that was just in the picture. She was like a newborn, you know what I mean? Yep. So my girl was so busy with her. So I was just getting, there was like a year and a half of just doing nothing but getting fucking high, working, and I was like, I'm never gonna fight again. Like I was just done. I was all done, So
where does the tide turn there? Working, well, the other thing too. I mean, let's talk about this, old boy. Like you're operating heavy equipment, like you said, like the shit y'all do is deadly, and you're able to do that as a functioning addict.
Dude, I'd be out there connecting steel because we connect steel over the water. Dude, we work over the water.
Yeah.
So I'd be out walking the I-beams over the water, like waiting for the crane to signaling the crane. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I hate to joke about it, but man, and there was a lot of us, dude. There was a lot of us like that, and we were making so much fucking money. And dude, and you're having fun. And I hate to like say this, but man, it wasn't all bad, Chad.
Yeah.
It was fucking, dude. We had good time. Not till when the fentanyl came around, dude. It was no good. Everyone got real fucked because that's like a different drug. It was everyone was like real cracky and crazy on the fentanyl. That ruined all of us. And which is eventually why I got clean, because my girl, I was so whacked. I was fucking whacked on the fentanyl, dude. That my girl was like, yo, if you don't get clean, like I'm gonna take the house, I'm gonna take the kid, dude, and you're never gonna fucking see us again. And she was serious, and I believed her because I seen her do it to her last boyfriend, just dead this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, she'll do the same to me. I know she will. And I was like, I love my daughter, I love her, I love like our family. So I'm gonna do it. So I finally got my act together. You know what I mean? So.
And what does that look like? Had you tried rehab before? Or was this your first time like trying like a real rehab?
Oh no, I went like probably 5 or 6 times before. Yeah, I tried. Dude, I tried for like 2 years, to get clean.
And you
really
will say,
tried.
And you will say by far like fentanyl was the worst shit you ever put in your body. Like it was just a different level.
Yeah, different level.
That's
different
wild.
Level.
And what was that? What was that? This last rehab that really kind of helped you turn the corner. What do you think was different about it? Do you think it was your mindset, your daughter, your girl?
Just my daughter getting older. Like just her getting older and her like starting to see. Man, like she was starting to see something was up. Something was up with Dad. Like you know what I mean? And I'm like, dude. And I know girls that don't have. I know girls that have drug addict fathers that are in and out of fucking jail. And my daughter's not. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Some of them turned out great, but some of them didn't turn out so well, dude. And I don't. And my daughter, I said, dude, I'm not gonna have. That's not gonna be her story. Like that's not gonna be her fucking story, dude. She didn't ask to get brought in this fucking world. You know what I'm saying, dude? Yeah. I'm not. That's not it. That's not it for her. She's gonna have a cool ass fucking dad that's there for her, dude, and provides and fucking, dude, and that she can feel safe and I can protect her forever. That's just what it is, man. So.
I love that, and I think too, man. When people talk about love, conditional love, like even though you were in a really dark, shitty place, Like, that to me is true love. The fact that, hey, look, I know I need to get better and I'm going to, and I know I've failed in the past, but you're fucking worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's something when she's able to comprehend and understand your story and learn from your story, I feel like that'll just create a level of love and respect that you'll see throughout the rest of her life.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good way to think about it, man, for sure.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about it like that before.
Well, that's why we're here, old boy.
Yeah, appreciate it. See, old boy.
So when
I
it
got
comes,
another one, and I got another daughter now too, so I got two of them now. You know, so it's, you know, there's no option.
That's awesome.
Can't go back to that. Go back, old boy.
Going back to that last rehab stint, what would you say? Because I've talked to just different friends, different acquaintances that have went through it. What do you think it was about, you know, and having your daughter, this and that, but also like the process of rehab? Like, I've had some guys tell me like the only rehab that worked for them was like when they went in and like the facility pretty much just stripped them of their ego, of who they were, like really tore them down to just the shell of their self, and then started to rebuild. Was that similar to your process?
So I had a guy, I had like one of the counselors there, employees there, that really hammered into my head that, you know, because I could never get past, dude, the physical, like, you know, like the actual like physical dope sickness that's the easy part, dude. That's fucking easy to kick it. You know, you're sick for a couple of weeks. It sucks, but you get past that, dude. It's like the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months afterwards. Dude, like I fried myself with those for so long. So the guy was like, listen, bro, he's like, the first year is gonna suck and it's gonna be so fucking hard. And that's true, man. So once like I got that beat into my head that the first year is gonna be really fucking hard, and that's why I tried to, dude. I had people in my inbox, dude. I can't keep up. I try like probably 3-4 nights a week, Chad. I like when before bed I try to get on my phone and get back to everyone who hits me up about addiction and recovery.
I love
and
that.
that's the number one thing I hammer into guys and girl, whoever. And a lot of it is parents. You'd be surprised how many fucking parents hit me up. You wouldn't be surprised, you know,
Yeah.
because the parent, how much they love their kids, you know. But and I said, yo, you guys have to understand the suck. It sucks. And you have to be okay with it sucking. So the last time, so to answer your question, last time I was in rehab, this guy was like, listen, bro, he's like, you have to be cool with it being shitty. And you're going to wake up and not want to do shit. And you're going to be fucking feeling lazy and unmotivated and everything's going to suck. And it's okay. It's okay for it to suck, dude. Because you know what, you walk 5 miles into the woods, you gotta walk 5 miles out. That's like one of those one of those analogies, dude. Yeah, but it's true.
That's a great
man.
analogy.
It is, dude. It is, man. And I always expected to, Chad, I want to feel better like in a week. I'm like, well, what the fuck? Like, why do I not want to do shit at work right now? Like, why is it such a fucking task for me to do everything? I gotta walk back and get more welding rod. I'm like, fuck, dude. Oh, I just want to sit here. I just want to fuck. You know, grab me some rod, dude. Like, go fuck near yourself, you dick. I'm like, fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fuck you too. You know. But yeah, dude. And it took me so long to feel better. And it's gonna come back. It's gonna fucking come back. And so finally, the last time, I was like, whatever, dude. I waited it out, and I just grinded every day, and I'm back. You know, and I'm fucking back and better than I ever was. So.
And that to me is amazing that you've been able to make it through, because like you said, you know, so many people, you'll see success 3 months after rehab, 6 months after rehab, maybe even a year after rehab. You know what I mean? And to be able to hold strong, understand the reason that you did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then once you're comfortable enough that you're there to be able to share that with others and start helping them down that journey. I think that's something super notable, because a lot of people want to just say, yep, I recovered from it. You know, that's part of my past, and drop it. But you look at this as like something where it's not necessarily your duty, but you want to be able to help as much as possible.
Absolutely. Because it fucking sucks, man. And not to say that I empathize more so for certain people than others, but I see so many of these like young dudes hit me up, man. And like, dude, just the disparity in their messages. I'm like, dude, I've been there. It's like, yo, I know, dude. And it's like, I wish I could like see every guy. It's like, dude, if I could teleport you in front of me, I would grab you and be like, dude, I get it. I fucking been there, bro. I get it. Yes, it sucks. I know you want to get high, dude. Like, I do too sometimes. Trust me. But like, it's hard, man. And maybe like a little later in life when I do, because I'm so fucking busy with the kids, and when I'm not training, I'm working. When I'm not working, I'm training. Like, it's not like my schedule's gnarly. But like, dude, one day I will, because I genuinely feel like I have a duty and I am compelled to help these guys out. You know, I really am fucking feel compelled to help these guys, you know. So
well, and I feel like with just your past, you know, as you know, that there's so many fighters and other folks that I've met, and that, you know, you're given this platform for a reason, you know what I mean, and you got a story to share, you know, and people
Right.
know you more because you have that. I just, from my research and just this discussion that we're having, like, I totally feel like you're that guy that, you know, when fighting's over and you have a little freed up time, you're going to find a way to take what you've been through, the people you've been able to help virtually, and do more with it. And I think also that's just a huge part of staying in recovery also, right?
yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. And I don't, you know, like the whole 12-step thing. I did it differently. I didn't do any of this. I don't go to meetings. I once in a while I'll pop in if I'm really getting like itchy. And I do, dude. I get the itch, man. I'm fucking human. Dude, I get fucking stressed. And for years, that's the only way I dealt with my stress, man. As I get fucking drunk or get high. That's what I fucking did. So of course I get the fucking itch. Of course I get the fucking urge. You know what I'm saying? So I'll pop in once in a while. But, you know, they say in that 12-step program that, like, you know, the 12-step is giving back and helping the people that, you know, that are still suffering. But I think that's just humanity, dude.
Yes.
That's just humanity. You help people, dude. You know what I'm saying? You just help. Dude, I was raised right, man. And I was always, if you can help. That's just what it was, man.
If you can give a hand up, why not? You know?
Yeah, why not, dude? Yeah. You know.
I always say, you know, being kind or acknowledging somebody doesn't cost you a damn thing. You know what I mean?
No, man, no.
And depending on where they're at in the world, that right there may make their day. You know what I mean? Just depending on what's going on in their life, and you may not know it. You know?
Yep, you're 100% right, dude. 100%.
So another interesting thing, and I think this once again kind of gets back to loyalty and just having some good folks in your corner. You know, you get out of rehab, Bellator doesn't want to touch you, nobody does. You had a buddy that was able to line you up with a grappling fight, right?
Yes, yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, Mighty Matt, dude, and he will sit back. He's like one of my best friends, dude. You know. And he'll sit back. Oh no! Like he's like the type of guy he don't want credit for. He don't want credit for nothing, dude. He's that kind of guy. You know, he had high rollers out there in Vegas, and dude, big, dude, you know, like a very respectable, you know, like grappling promotion.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't get a fucking fight, dude. I had burnt bare knuckle promotions. I burnt Bellator. Nobody wanted to touch me, and I was like, Matt, I want to make a fucking comeback. Dude, I want to like break in somehow. And he's like, listen, and he's like, hey, if I can get you on a high rollers card, you know, we'll see what happens. Dude, a couple weeks later, a month later, I forget how it exactly played out, but he's like, hey, dude, he's like, I have a spot for you on, you know, I think it was December 17th, I think was the exact date of 2022. I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, maybe 2020. Yeah, whatever. A couple years ago.
Yeah.
And fucking Scott Coker saw it, dude. Who was the CEO of Bellator, dude. They're like Scott. So Scott calls my manager. He's like, dude. He's like, I just saw Ward in a fucking high rollers thing. He's like, is he fucking competing again? And just like that, I was back in. And Matt's the only one that would roll the dice on me, dude, because he knows I get down, and he knows I was really trying to come back, and that dude is always helping me out, helping the Diaz brothers out, and asking for nothing in return. He's one of those. He's a guy I only see once every couple years, man, but it don't fucking matter. I love that motherfucker, dude, you know, and I'll forever be in his debt for doing that for me, even though he don't want no credit for it. But yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up, because that just goes to show the loyalty, like, and that's where you were going with it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, because you know it's one of those things too, and you'll find most of the good guys that do things like that don't want the credit. You know what I mean? They get the appreciation out of, dude, I helped my boy out and look what he's done with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's more fulfilling than, recognition. You know what I mean? Is seeing you, be a better father, dude. Be able to earn better, more stuff. You probably wouldn't be walking around with the same attitude and smile if fighting never came back after that rehab stint. You know what I mean? He enriched your life by just giving you an opportunity.
Sure. Yeah, dude, I was on a job. Yeah, I was on a job, and I was on a job where we're building a seawall a couple towns down from me. And dude, and I was off and running. Dude, I think I grappled in December and I fought in February. It was like boom, boom, just like that. It happened. Yeah, it happened just like that, dude. So.
And the other thing I've found kind of since your comeback is like, you feel like, once again, we keep going back and comparing shit to UFC because that's just what most people know. But it's like, you'll see a guy fight UFC and then like, oh man, I got to take like 4 or 5 months off. And like, bro, I start looking at like your record and your fights and like, win here. All right, shit. You got something for me 6, 8, 12 weeks later? Let's go. You know what I mean? Like, but that's also got to be one of those things too. Like when you're feeling good, and you lose a little time because of rehab and this and that, like, hey, I got to bale hay while the sun's shining. Like if I'm feeling good, I'm winning my games there. Let's keep going. Is that kind of the mindset?
Let's keep rolling. Yeah, for sure, man. Because I took those years. I had a couple years off, man, and I used to love fighting all the time. Dude, I used to love it, man, because I mean, that's just, dude, it's a job. And like you said, dude, got to fucking, the sun shining, fucking get bailing, dude, work, bro, let's go. And that's what's awesome about the tournaments, man, because, dude, I can fight, I'll fight every other week, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I was going to ask you, is that what the tournament sequence is? So you win this week, then it's 2 weeks later?
Yeah, so we're fighting no matter what. So everyone at 170, my weight class, we're fighting next week, and then we're all fighting June 28th.
Okay.
So we're all fighting twice. They consider that the regular season or whatever. The regular season. And then whoever has the most points, after those 2 fights goes into the playoffs, and then those are like the guys that fight for that big, big payday.
Nice.
But my style of fighting, dude, I all finishes. I finish, dudes. And this tournament is based on finishes. You get more points. So this, dude, I'm suited for tournaments, man. I'm going to knock this fucking kid out, get 6 points, and then I'll knock whoever the fuck I got to knock out at the end of June, and I'll get another 6 points, and I'm going to go in the playoffs, dude, and just fuck people off, dude.
I love it. Let's go. Well, I kind of love that tournament style, too, because, I mean, it's all not in one night, but it kind of takes me back to the old school, like, original UFC days, right? Where like, you could sit there and go, hey, dude, this is my guy, and you want to follow him through. You know what I mean? All right, guys, proud sponsor of the show, 5-9 Whiskey. You will see me enjoying this from time to time during the podcast. It is delicious, smooth. I've shared it with a ton of friends, and all they want to know is, where can I get it? Built for the tradesman that's put in that long day's work, and when it's over, they want to sit down with a nice whiskey, enjoy those wins from the day, and get ready for the next one. Where can you get it? 5-9 Whiskey. That's spelled out, 59whiskey.com. Don't forget about the promo code, enter Old Boy Podcast for 15% off.
So Bellator, so it's funny you say that, because when I fought in the Bellator tournament, like fucking 10 years ago, my core fan base, so we fought every month in that tournament. You know what I'm saying? And I ended up winning that tournament. So everybody watching the tournament, they watched me fight, and that's back when Bellator was live and free on Spike TV.
Yep.
Everybody had Spike. I would say 75% of the fans I have are still from when I used to fight on Spike TV, because everybody had Spike. So everybody could watch Bellator. Then that's where Bellator fucked up. And the guy Bjorn Rebney, the dude who started Bellator, he was fucking awesome. Dude, he was the man. He was so fucking awesome. When they went to pay-per-view and they went to all that bullshit, dude, and they went off of free TV, it was fucked. The free fight on the tournament format on cable was where it was at. Dude, we had a huge fan base. So,
Well, and I feel like there, too, it's like one of those where, did greed win? You know what I mean? Like having, well, obviously it was successful because you see UFC not doing it tournament style, but there's a reason there's a fight night damn near every 2 weeks on fucking ESPN. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's because people love it, and it doesn't have to be. Not every fight's got to be a McGregor or some huge name.
Right.
People just like watching fights, and when you put it in a tournament format, people love that shit.
Yep, for sure, man.
No, I'm really looking forward to this, and you sound fired up. I mean, for it. On the point system, I have a question. So does it matter if it's like a knockout or a submission in the first, second, or third round? Do you get more points earlier?
Yeah. So you get, if you finish it in the first round, so you get 3 points for a win. Okay. So if you win the fight, it's 3 points, and then your bonus points are, so if you get a first round finish, it's an extra 3 points, so you get 6. Second round, 2 points. Third round, if you finish in the third round, 1 point. So you could end up with 6. For first round finish, that's 6 points.
Yeah.
And I'm notorious for finishing fights in the second round, because of the pressure. The way I train for nonstop pressure, dude. Like, I'm never backing up. I'm coming forward, and I know that the fight's not going the distance. It's you or me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the fuck it is. And the dude I'm fighting, man, he has never fought a motherfucker, dude, that doesn't give a fuck like me. And I'm going to be in his face, dude, and he's going to break. I'm going to break that motherfucker. So I'm going to get bonus points.
Dude, I love that. And that, where do you think it's just being a wrestler your whole life? Like, I mean, because conditioning wise, to move at that pace and always bringing the fight to somebody, that ain't no fucking child's play, old boy. You know what I mean? Like, you got to have your body tuned. You got to have a great defensive position to always be moving forward. Like, do you really work hard on your conditioning? Obviously you have to, but you feel like it's always been inherent.
I work. So like I've inherently been like a real fucking like brawling type fighter, but dude, like I said, I'm in Connecticut. I don't have a huge like training camp like a lot of these fucking guys have. I don't have a whole lot of training partners. So like the one part of my training that I can fucking control is how in shape I am when I show up. And dude, I put like these last 4 or 5 weeks, I would like, if the dude I'm fighting can make it through the cardio routine that I do, I would be fucking very, very, very surprised. I train myself to go pedal to the fucking metal the whole time. That's what I can control. So that's what I control. You know what I'm saying?
You know what, dude? I freaking love that, because you're right. You can't, if you can't get in the gym every day, if you can't find a training partner to spar with you, to roll with you, the one thing you can find is somewhere to get your wind up.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Absolutely, man.
So what do you mind walking us through, sharing some of that cardio program with us?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So I'm heavy into sprints. I'm heavy into sprint work, and like incline, hills, whether it be like sprinting up hills or sprinting on a treadmill at a full incline in a full speed. And and the intervals you have to force yourself to go. I get a 30-second break in between my fucking blasts, and no matter how bad those lungs are fucking burning, dude, you have to get back on and push your legs it's legs and lungs. Dude, that's what the fuck it is, man.
Legs and lungs.
For legs and lungs, dude. And for the first week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you're like, oh, fuck. And then you bust through this wall. And then all of a sudden, what used to kill you, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, used to fucking kill you. Dude, now I'm doing them for a fucking minute on. And I'm like, laughing, like, yo, you are so fucked, motherfucker. And I start getting nuts. Yeah, I start getting nuts. And I just broke through that wall last week where I'm like, oh, dude, and there's been fights where I couldn't bust through that wall. I haven't been fully dedicated. I've been working a little too much. But, dude, I walked off the job 4 weeks ago. I was like, I'll be back after this fucking fight. And I'm in the union, man. There's a couple different companies I always work for, and they know the deal.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving to go fucking party. I'm not bailing on them to go to another job.
Yeah.
They know I'm bailing. And they all respect what I do. So they're like, all right, motherfucker,
And I bet every one of those dudes is glued to TV on fight night cheering on their boy.
Glued, bro. Glued, man. These dudes, my biggest fans are the dudes in the union, the guys I work for. They love this fucking shit, dude. They're all going to be watching this fucking pot. When this shit gets released, they're all going to be fucking watching this, man. So we got to shout out my local
shout out to the Carpenters Union. What union number we dealing with?
We're dealing with local 326 in Connecticut.
All right, shout out, boys. Keep doing your shit.
Yeah,
but
for sure, man.
As we wrap this up, I feel like even at your age, man, like you're only getting started. Like you still see 4, 5, 6 years of fighting in your future, and chasing back, getting that title, which is right around the corner if things go well here.
Yeah, for sure, man. I can so I'm gonna be 36. I'll be 36 on I'll be on June 28th when we fight that second fight. That'll be my 36th birthday that night. And dude, I can be one of them dudes that go till 40. I can easily go till 40. Because I said, dude, I'll be honest with myself. I keep it real with myself, just like I keep it real with him. When I start slowing down, I will fucking admit it. I'll admit it. If I start losing a step, I'll be like, all right, I'm fucking starting to lose it. The only thing I'm losing right now is my recovery time is a little bit slower. You know what I'm saying? Because I've never done steroids, dude. I've never done any performance enhancing drugs. You fucking street drugs, dude. I've done every one of them, bro. I would have let that, dude. I would have liked that fucking drug test up like a fucking 4th of July, bro. But as far as like performance enhancing, I've never done juice. I've never done growth. None of that shit. So that being said, my recovery time's a little slower, but when I'm rolling, dude, and I'm lubricated and I'm fucking rocking, I can still fucking rock with the best of them. As fast and as hard and strong as I've ever fucking been. So you said it, dude. I got a couple years left, man.
I love it, man. I love it. And then one other question is, so you have this deep wrestling background, and you've kind of admitted in our discussion a couple of times, and, if you just look at your finishes, you like to throw hands. Is that just the fuck it, I've been a fighter my whole life that comes out?
Yeah, man. And this is entertainment, man. Like, and I like relish in like the fucking people. I'm known as a brawler, and people know that I knock motherfuckers out, and I love that shit. It's like I love rolling the dice, dude. I love standing and fucking banging, dude. And then if I want to take you down, I'll take you down. Like I'll accidentally take you down. Oh, let me let you back up, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I ain't gonna let you get it that easy.
Bro, I will go out, dude. I'm telling you right now, I'll go out if I wanted to go out and lay on top. And there's guys that are in my ear for this fight coming up. They're like, dude, Brennan, just take this dude down, and I'll take this motherfucker down and lay on him for 15 minutes if I want to. And maybe I'll end up having to do that because I really want to win this $1 million. You know what I'm saying? So if I gotta do that, I'll do that. I'll take this fucking kid down, dude, and like I take down a ham sandwich at coffee break. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like nothing. But I don't want to, bro. I want to fucking motherfucker. I want to knock you out, bro. That's, then the fucking the crowd. That's what it's about for me, man.
Yeah, hey, you're always gonna get a bigger pop when someone hits the ground than when they in a unanimous decision.
Yeah. I mean, dude, fuck, man. Because I do in the last couple of years, man. I started watching more. I used to never watch fights like UFC, but now, dude, because there's so many free ones. Like you said, there's fights every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
A lot of them are free. Dude, I'll be on like ESPN Plus watching them. Dude, once that fight goes to the ground, dude, you got about 10 seconds. I'm like, nope, and I flip the channel. Flip the channel on these motherfuckers, dude. Yeah, I don't want to see that shit. Stand them up, dude.
Yeah.
Well,
and I feel like too with your style of constant pressure on your feet, if you've got this guy rocked, you having him on his back, just giving him time to catch his breath, get his ass back up, and keep that pressure on.
Yo, exactly, dude. I'm like a shark. I smell blown that water, dude. I pour it on. I fucking pour it on him, dude. And that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen next week. I'm gonna catch this kid and pour it on.
I can't wait. And I do have to ask, based a little bit on your look and this last 10 minutes of conversation, has there been a DNA test? Are you sure you're not part Diaz brother?
Oh, right. Dude, a lot of dudes, like, a lot of guys say that I fucking, I'm surprised you don't hang out with those guys, man. And I've always been like one party removed from them. Like my boy Matt is boys with them. But I don't know. I just like East Coast, West Coast, very similar. But no, we just never linked up, man.
But it just you guys are born fighters. You love to fight.
Yeah, man.
You speak what you're thinking. You don't. You're completely
dude, that's why we're still around. That's why we're still around. That's why
Yeah.
I'm almost 36. Them dudes are almost 40. Yo, we're still around for a reason, man, because we keep it fucking real and we scrap. Dude, I'm never gonna fucking bullshit you, and I'm gonna fucking try to knock every fucking dude I fight out. Like, how could you, like, not to sound like, oh, I'm so special, but like, yo, how could you not have a guy like me around? You got to.
Yeah.
You got to have me around. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yo, am I the best fucking fighter? Absolutely not, dude. Could I be the best? I don't know. Maybe. But, like, when PFL was taking guys they wanted, dude, I had a feeling they were going to take me. Because why not? You know what I'm saying?
Yep. No. So, as we've talked about, to kind of wrap up here, you know, kid from Connecticut, member of the union. If you could win that $1 million in this tournament, what does it mean to you? I know the $1 million changes your life, your family's life, but what does it mean on top of that?
Dude, just from where I was at fucking 3 years ago to where, you know what I'm saying? I was at the dude, just 168 pounds, soaking wet, fucking doped out of my fucking mind, banned from every fight promotion on the planet to the pinnacle, dude, to winning, you know, to like the biggest prize money in a tournament that there's ever been, just from going from the bottom to the top, dude. Like there was no besides death. You know what I'm saying? I've been to jail. I've been to rehab, dude. I got as low as it got, and I'm about to be as high as you can get. You know, just a comeback story, dude. Just an example for everybody. Like, yo, and I'm no one special, dude. I'm just, man, I put my nose to the grindstone, man. That's it.
And you know what, dude? You didn't fucking quit.
Never quit, dude.
So many times you could have just dove back into that fucking fentanyl or dove into the opioids or just said, fuck it, I'm not built for this. But here you are,
it would
dude.
have been so much easier.
Yes.
It would have been so much easier to do that. Like, fuck.
Dude.
Oh.
Bro, Brennan, mad fucking respect, old boy, for sure. Mad respect.
Appreciate it, man.
And the last thing, who's one person you think I should have on the podcast?
Dude, you should have. Yeah, who else? What about some? Because I know. What about like some of the extreme, like some of like the extreme sports guys and shit, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I'm pretty good friends
get
with
some motocross.
yes.
Yeah. You must know some of those. Get some motocross guy. Get a motocross guy.
I think I could.
Because them dudes are rugged ass. If I have respect, I got respect for all professional athletes. But motocross guys, dude, they're fucking gnarly, man. They're gnarly. Get a motocross guy in here, man.
I think who I'll get is I've done a bunch of events with him. He's a buddy. Big part of Nitro Circus back in the day is Street Bike Tommy.
Oh, dude, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Perfect. But he is, dude. I grew up watching those fucking guys, man.
Yeah,
dude. That would be the perfect fucking guest, Street Bike Tommy.
All right, I'll tell you
that
what.
Would be awesome.
You win the tournament, I'll bring on Street Bike Tommy.
Yes, fuck yes, dude. And then let me tune in. Just be like, what up, Tommy? Yeah. All right, sick.
We'll have you come in and wrap the show up with us. How's that?
Hell yeah, sick. Hell yeah, man. Bet.
That's awesome. Brenan, I know we mentioned Monster. I mean, is there anybody else? We shouted out the Union fellas. Anybody else you want to give thanks? We gotta give much love to your girl for sticking by you during all this, man. What a fucking woman.
Woo. Yo, yeah. Her name's Kay. She's, dude, I would have been long gone with her. Long gone.
It's amazing, man.
Gone.
It's amazing. I love it. Anybody else you want to thank or shout out before we wrap up?
Man, shout out Local 326. Shout out Monster. Shout out to Kay. To fucking R.I.P. Bellator. Shout out to the PFL. I gotta shout out PFL for throwing me in this fucking tournament. My friends and family, dude. That's it, man. I wouldn't be here without my friends and family. You know?
I love it, man, and I think you're going to have a whole lot of listeners pulling for you in the first and second round, brother. And I cannot wait to see what you do. And Brennan, thank you so much for the time. I really enjoyed it. I feel like we made a real connection, man, and that's what makes
absolutely.
this so
you're
fun.
Awesome. Yeah, you're awesome. Yeah, this was great, man. This was great.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in this week. Hey, we're all Team Brennan Ward all the way through this PFL.
Let's go, baby.
He's going to go get us that W, and until next week.
Later, guys.
Thank you so much for listening to the Old Boy Podcast. Please subscribe, like, set your notifications, whatever you got to do to make sure you're getting the latest episodes. Also, feel free to go back, whether it be YouTube, Spotify, Apple. Get some of the past episodes, check those out, and always feel free to check out our socials, Old Boy Podcast. Thank you so much.